Hello, my friends. Welcome to My Spiritual Sanctuary. This is Sandra. Welcome to Feng Shui Friday. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time, then we're so glad to have you. So let's see what we're going to talk about today. Now, I hope you all have checked in with my soul element readings I did for all of the animal signs. Those I released on June 30th and July 1st. Those are for the entire month of July. So it's kind of overview of the message from the universe for you for the entire month. And can be quite insightful. There's some great nuggets there. So please check all the signs out. If you were born in the year of, let's say, the rabbit, and that's the wood element, that's going to be your yearly element, but you also have month, day, and time, and you may have, like a horse in one, and maybe the goat in another. They may be different, and most likely they are. So it would be highly recommended that you listen to all the elements and gather the information that resonates with you, okay? So, and then again, if you'd like a personal reading with me, I am available. My mailing list is below, and please go ahead and send me email at myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com, and I'll get you scheduled in my calendar. So let's talk a little bit today about Feng Shui, and I talked a lot about astrology over the course of the last week because we have so many planetary influences coming up, and then also tomorrow we have the 4th and the 5th, the full moon in Capricorn, in addition to the lunar eclipse. So we still are on the brink of some really shifting energy. So I talk more about that in my videos leading up to this one, but today I thought what I would talk about is something that has come to my attention. I've just been listening to some of the readers on YouTube and some of the people that I've been connecting with. Today I went to the beach to do my walk, and I love to walk at sunrise, and it was closed. So I was kind of disappointed, and I came back to where I live, and I went to the pool, and I had an exciting conversation with a lady there from Hungary and her little 5-year-old grandson. And so I thought that I would talk about something that comes up quite often, and when you're hearing about Feng Shui or astrology or even energy work for the first time, there's a lot of people out there awakening right now. And they haven't really been exposed to any type of energy work or planetary systems, astrology, or even something called Feng Shui. And so their first response, this woman's response to me was, "I don't believe in astrology." And so I said, "Oh, okay." And I just, kind of listen. And what I have come to understand, and a lot of people will say, "I don't believe in Feng Shui." "Oh, that Feng Shui." And I've had real estate professionals say to me, real estate investors that I've associated with say, "Oh, that'll never work. No, that's a black art," and I just have to laugh because I've been using Feng Shui since 1997, and I, as a real estate broker, used it in all of my real estate involvements, and I have found it to be quite profound, in fact, very life-changing. So, but what I wanted to talk about today was the fact that you don't know what you don't know, and so a lot of times people will say, "Oh, I don't believe in that," or "I don't believe in astrology," or "I don't believe in Feng Shui." And it's only because they don't have enough information about energetic work or even a conscious way of moving through life. A lot of us have moving through life based on our conditioning, okay? It's the way we were brought up. The imprint period is from the time we're the time we're born until we're 7 years old. And then those beliefs and attitudes, they get stuffed down in our unconscious mind, and we are running those programs as we're moving through life. So and some people who are not awake, they don't know any different. They just continue to move forward in the way they've been conditioned, the way it's always been done in their family. They never question anything. They're just, especially in the older age groups. I'm thinking, when I say older, I'm just saying more mature people, even in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, that haven't been exposed to Feng Shui or astrology. Their first instinct is to say, oh, I don't believe in that. Okay, but they really don't have all the information that they need to make an informed decision about something that could really change their lives and the lives of those they love. So I just wanted to bring that forward now, because a lot of people are waking up right now because of the pandemic situation that we're involved in, and all our lives are changing so much that now we do need to wake up and look at things in a different, more creative manner, and how we're moving forward in our lives. If you've lost your job that you've had forever, or your business, there's so many businesses closing around where I live here. People are looking for other ways to make a living and to do their lives. When you get out of a relationship that you've been in, women have been married, men have been married for 20, 25, 30 years, and all of a sudden it ends. Now you have a different belief system now, okay? You have to work through the grief, you have to work through the changes, transition, and some people just have never had to do anything that was that profound or life-changing, or if they have, they've had their support system or their family around them to tell them, this is how you do it, don't deviate, this is the way it's done. So, but now things are changing, and as we're moving into the age of Aquarius and all of these changes that are in front of us now in 2020, we're being asked to wake up and be more conscious and not work from our unconscious mind, but to really work from a conscious mind. And we have, 70,000 bits of information that are coming at us at any given time, and we can only process a little bit of that at a time. So what you are focused on is what expands. And if you have never been exposed to this other world, that is not going to be your focus. It's not going to show up. Therefore, you're not going to be informed. You're not going to be learning and growing in that manner. And so I never take it personally when people say that, because I just realize that they don't know what they don't know. And I just try to, give them a little bit of tidbit of information to wake them up. And then I leave it with that, planting sometimes just a little seed will help people to expand their mind so that they can allow new ideas and new thought processes to come in. So, Feng Shui literally means wind and water when it's literally translated. So wind being the unseen, but very forceful and can do a lot of damage, and, is definitely necessary to keep things flowing. And water, we can see it, however, it just flows, and it can move mountains. It can, water, even though it's transparent, we can see it. It can literally wear away rocks and things that has a lot of force. And that's the same thing with Feng Shui. We have these things in our environment. Some are seen, some are unseen. The ones that we can see, they came from a thought that somebody thought up and made up a chair, okay? So it came from a thought in someone's mind into manifesting into form. You put that form, that chair, in a certain area of your room, and you are either going back to the chair, or the chair, you walk around the chair, you move the chair if you need to have, a bigger space. And so it is affecting us on the chair's movement, or even the chair being there on an unseen level. And it either brings you comfort, or you move it and it shifts the energy of a room. Have you ever changed around a room in your house and you just feel different? That's Feng Shui. It just takes all the energetic blocks away from the space and freshens it up. So ancient Chinese belief is if you move 28 things in your space, then your life will change. And I tend to believe that I've seen huge shifts in people's lives as a result of using Feng Shui and changing their space around and opening up their conscious mind to the unconscious part of manifestation. So people often ask me, how do you manifest? How do you create? How is that done? How do you receive the tools of manifestation that creates alchemy in a space? Well, manifesting 101 starts with thought. It starts with a thought that I want to make a different choice in my life. I want to change something. And it may be you want to change a relationship, you want a new relationship, you want to increase your love in a current relationship, you want to move to a new career, which a lot of people are shifting to online businesses these days. I want to do my business differently. I want to quit my job, and I don't want to work 9 to 5 anymore, and I want to live the life of my dreams. Well, it comes through as a thought, an idea. And then, but it doesn't really do anything there, okay? Unless you act on the feeling, because there's a feeling associated with the thought. It either makes you feel really, really good and very motivated, and you'll just get that intuitive sense that, oh yeah, this thought that I've never thought before could change my life. It could make a difference. It's thinking about something in a different way that I hadn't thought of before. A different manifestation, my health, for instance, okay? Maybe I want to change my health, so I have a thought that I want to lose, 20, 30 pounds, okay? But then I get a feeling attached to that. What would it feel like to have that come into your life, okay? And that's the power of manifestation, because then the feeling moves into action. And action is what creates results. It makes the change, it makes the transition, the transformation, the transmutation. And it's very simple. It all begins with thought, writing your thoughts down. What do you want to create in your life? How do you want to move forward? What is working? What's not working? With this Capricorn full moon coming up, it's all about doing the work and releasing things that no longer serve us. We're closing out a 5-year cycle from 2015. So now is an opportunity for you to really manifest something different. If you have been in a pattern, a repetitious pattern maybe of behavior, or something in your life has been repeating over the course of the last 5 years, now you have the opportunity to just shift that into a different cycle. And that is where the astrology comes in. Knowing when the cycles are changing and being able to act on them. Be able to feel it, have the thought of, oh my goodness, this is changing. I feel the change, and now I'm going to act upon the change. And then, therefore, your manifestations can come into form. So it's really very simple. It's just that a lot of people are not operating their minds on a conscious level. They're really working from an unconscious level. So as a coach, NLP practitioner, and I do hypnosis. I teach people to go deep into their unconscious mind and erase all of those negative beliefs, attitudes, beliefs, and thoughts, so that we can instill the new ones in there that will definitely make a huge shift and change in their life. And that is where the manifestations can really be profound. The alchemy takes place. It turns all of that lead into gold. It's an amazing adventure. So that is the little bit of information that I had for everybody today. And I'm going to keep it really short because my soul element readings were quite long. And this is Feng Shui Friday, and typically I'll give you a quick Feng Shui tip. So I hope you enjoyed that today. And what I'm going to do is just let's pick a couple cards that the angels want to give you some information for today, and let's see what they have to say before we sign off. So these are the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins cards by Doreen Virtue. I love these. They're just so playful. They have some great messages in them. So Spirit, what is it that we want to leave our Feng Shui Friday folks with today? Let's see. Oh, and we've got 3 cards, exactly what we needed. Of course, we always have exactly what we need. Okay, wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. And this is perfect for what I've been telling everybody. If you watch the soul element readings and then my last week's Feng Shui Friday, it was all about waiting through the Mercury retrograde period that we're in right now until July 12th, and then we're in the post-shadow period until the 26th. It's redoing, reanalyzing, revising, realigning, all of those re's, and not really starting anything fresh and new, or at least looking things over carefully and dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. So that's great advice. Wait. So if you were thinking about making a huge change, I would wait and make sure everything is in place. Okay. And then our second card is Father Healing. So that's our masculine side, our masculine energy. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. And some of you may have some father issues out there that need to be healed, or the masculine side. We have the feminine and the masculine side within us. And the masculine side is the action side. That's the go-getter. That's the action do, the fire element. And then our feminine side is the receptive side. It's allowing things to come to us, where the masculine side is going out into the world and getting them. And so this goes perfect because weight is telling you may have some father healing issues, or actually healing with your own father, or a masculine in your life. Could be a father of your children, spouse or husband, boyfriend, and it just is an indication that there is some healing that needs to be done with a masculine, whether that be in the outside world or within you. And just to wait and don't make any changes until that healing is done, okay? And then pay attention. Pay attention. Notice the repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Again, same kind of message. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to your intuition, and pay attention to what is important within self. Always looking for answers to whatever questions that you may have by paying attention to other people that are around you that may be saying words, because this is how the angels, they connect with us in the divine, is they send messengers to us. So you may be in the grocery store and you hear somebody talking about something, or you get a call from somebody that you had been thinking about, and they tell you a very valuable piece of information. So pay attention to the signs right now as we're moving into this lunar eclipse and full moon in Capricorn. As the energy is amping up, then all of the messages are coming. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our Feng Shui Friday. Today is July 3rd, and I will be back with you guys either this weekend. We have 4th of July tomorrow, and we've got some major lunar stuff, the eclipse and the full moon. So I may do a meditation. So stay tuned and look for that. And then I'm going to be starting something that I have been thinking about for a while. I've been perfecting a program that I've been working on, and I'm going to start talking about it and see what feedback I get from it next week with you. So stay tuned. We have a lot of really great things coming up, and I'm so happy that you could join me today. It's been a pleasure and a joy to serve you today, and I just wish everybody a wonderful 4th of July if I don't see you till next week. And until then, stay in the love, stay in the light, and namaste.